Well, river's going down a bit more. It's still not quite uncovered the stones there. Well, there's a few of the stones poking out there, but I'll go across there another day, I think. But it's going down a bit more here. Can't see out in this bit here. And it's quite shiny down there. Well, I've just spotted a bit down there. It's a bit of a lot I've had before, so I'll go down and find it. Let's see if we can get out or see out when we go into that other piece. We don't go across top of me wellies first. Nice clear water today. And there we are. It's a rim of a chamber pot. I found lots of that design before. Oh, let's pick it out. Oh, that water's cold. Oh well, it's not the same design before, it's not a folded over rim, but it's still a nice piece. And I didn't spot out else when I was walking up banking just up there in this bit, so we'll go down there. Well, it's a lot more lower than what it was yesterday and the day before, so we'll see what we can find. Well, that's top of probably a blacking pot or something. That's what I found yesterday. There's another little bit here. This is what I found yesterday as well. Yeah, that's plain. A bit of terracotta stuff. Oh, I think it might be what I spotted yesterday again. And the plain bit there. Anybody want to play noughts and crosses on that wishing stone? Well, I just moved this one. There's a bit of faint blue on that. Right, I've just spotted this bit and it looks to have a blue flower on. Oh, now that is nice. That looks to be a bit of tile. Hopefully that'll clean up well. That is a pretty piece. That were worth coming down for on its own. Right. I was just looking for that one, but it turns out it's a stone, but when I'm unearthing everything, I found that piece. It looks to have some pattern on. Very worn. But some sort of pattern on it. Well, I spotted this little, well, big piece and thought it was a bit of sewer pipe, but I turned it over. There's that design on it, so I'm thinking that's part of a chimney pot or a plant pot, big plant pot. That'll be stopping here. I'm not lugging that back home. Oop. And a little piece that's probably plain. Yep, plain top of a little pot. Right, well, we've definitely got a pottery shape there. Yeah. Bit of a handle. Well, over there, a bit of blue and white stripe. Again, 2 for the price of 1. Now again, something that looks like it's got a bit of a pattern on. Just on one side. At top of a cup. Probably clouds or something. Looks like a bit of a base of a pot there. Probably same like at the base of a cup. Looking off the profile on the inside. Oh, coming back, I just spotted that bit of blue. Oh. Oh, some pretty leaves on there. Edge of a small saucer. Nice bright blue one. And a little bit there, but no, just plain. Oh. We've got a little bit with some red on here. Tiny little bit. A bit of red up to the other side. Oh, 2 nice colourful pieces. Well, there's no ducks over this side, they seem to all be resting over at the other side. Over there, they're not wanting to come over today. And I brought them some food and all. Might just put it on wall, see if they come across. Well, that milk kit from yesterday, it's still here. But they're not the fold down handles like on a bucket. So I might just leave it again, put it one side. Well, there's that tiny piece for today. There's a bit of design on it. A tiny little piece. Right, another tiny little piece I just spotted. Just move some stones out of the way and I can tell you what that is. That's one of the guys on the bridge from willow. There's always some willow. Oh, it's a good little piece, is that? Just broken right. And without even moving, I spotted that while we're just switching camera off. A little bit on that one. And another piece, what's this one? That's just plain. Well, always a bit of RP there. And white milk glass. And that's part of a tile. And not far away again, some stripy stuff. Probably mocha. One off that little bit at the bottom. Or is it at the top? Well, I was just filming this one that I come across and my battery went flat. So we might bring some others with him. You never know. But also while I was changing the battery, picked up that bit of stoneware, which, going off that stripy glazing in it, worn, even though it's worn, I think that's part of a German mineral water bottle, because I've had them before with that type of patterning on. Yep, incoming now. Is it just you three? Here they come, reinforcements. And I've just filmed a load of them coming across and I haven't pressed go button. And more coming now. Well, I'll leave you to it. I might be down again tomorrow. Another big wide cup handle there, or part of a flagon. Don't know which. No. Bit of heartless. The trademark there. Oh well. Well, considering I've been down on this bit of the river for 3 days in a row as the river's going back down, and I found stuff every single day, even on just this little bit. I think some of it gets turned over by people coming down and that lot, but some nice stuff for 3 days in a row, and lots of ducks again. Yeah, I've done it again. Doing a piece over the without filming. Thinking we're going to be playing. And a nice little red flower. And like I say, 3 days running on this bit of stones. And you can still find nice stuff. Well, I've just picked up this very funny rock. I don't know if it's a rock or a fossil. But very unusual, that. So I just turned that over and it was playing, and then I spotted that bit. A bit of willow. There's always some willow. Right, another trip down, another day. Probably a day later, I think, I can't remember now. Oh, I'm only on one side again. And the bit I spotted from the banking, normally it's like a folded over, like a hole going through, but this is a solid one. So it's probably later, but probably edge of it goes under a chamber pot. And a bit of stoneware, and this glaze type on it, on the finish, I've seen on them German mineral water, seltzer, sprites or whatever, bottles. So, because I've had some of that pattern before. Different. And big chunky handle. And a bit of a fresh break on there, so it would have even been bigger. And that's the top rim. Probably clouds or something. We'll never know. And a bit with embossing on. Some bluey purple flowers. Again, probably a dish or bowl, cup. And a little bit of printing on there, not much. And two red bits. A little bit on that, and a tiny bit on the other side. But that's quite a nice little piece, is that one. It's like a leek, or something like that. With some other flower. And that I thought would have a pattern on, but it just looks like staining now. So some you win, some you lose. And as you can see, a very, very faint pattern on there. Can't make it out. And bits of stripy stuff. I think that might be mocha, because that might be that seaweedy type pattern that they used on some of the mocha cups and mugs. And a bit glass tile, plain white, with the grooves on the back for the grouting to stick it to the wall. Usually get these in a black or a green, but like I say, occasionally you come across the white ones. I think they do a yellow one as well. And two bits of willow. One very worn, one that's cracked, leaving the other two figures stranded on the bridge. But you've got one little guy there who's made it over the bridge. And there's always some willow. And a nice bit of blue leaves. Saucer again. You can tell it's quite abraded, but still quite shiny. And this nice big piece that's cleaned up reasonably well. I'll be grinding all that cleaner. Top end of tile there. So which way it goes, don't know. Probably that way actually. But a nice fine. Top at glaze is gone, so it's very matte. But I should do something with that. Watch this space. I think I've got, ooh, that quacker's still alive. And then this. Now, is this a fossil, or is it a chunk of crystals that had all tops knocked off? I did think at one stage it might have even been man-made, but I don't know. Does look like a chunk of crystals. Tell us what you think. Right.